Bringing AI Home: What a $500 million data center could mean for Armenia. Article by Ani Toroyan, published on July 9, 2025, on EVN Report. At VivaTech 2025, one of Europe's largest tech and startup gatherings, plans were revealed for a groundbreaking $500 million investment to build an AI factory in Armenia. The announcement sparked immediate excitement across Armenian social media, with many framing it as a historic step toward the country's emergence as a serious player in the global AI race. The following day, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan addressed the news during a cabinet meeting, calling the project the Stargate of Armenia, a reference likely alluding to both the mega data center project announced in the U.S. earlier this year and the science fiction metaphor of stepping into an entirely new world. Expectations surrounding the project are high, with hopes that it will transform Armenia into a major hub for AI development while driving meaningful economic prosperity in the country. While details remain limited, beyond the investment amount, projected power capacity, and the key players involved, the announcement already offers important clues about what to expect and how Armenia can prepare to maximize its impact. At this early stage, setting the right expectations and laying the groundwork will be crucial if the country hopes to turn this project into the kind of transformative leap its Stargate label suggests. As excitement settles, key questions emerge. What is this AI factory really about, and what should Armenia expect or prepare for in the years ahead? What is the AI factory? Behind the ambitious announcement lies a coordinated effort involving both public and private actors, each with a clearly defined role. Understanding who is involved and what each party brings to the table offers the clearest picture of what this AI factory will become. At its core, the initiative is a strategic partnership between Firebird, NVIDIA, Team Group of companies, and the government of Armenia. Firebird, a recently established AI cloud company, is the key driving force behind the project and is leading its execution. Headquartered in San Francisco and Yerevan, the firm positions itself as a builder of high-performance AI infrastructure in fast-growing, emerging markets, with a commitment to reinvest a portion of its revenue into strengthening local tech ecosystems. Armenia's AI factory is Firebird's first flagship project, serving not only as a major standalone initiative, but also as a proof of concept for future expansion. Although the company is new, the team behind it brings significant experience, networks, and influence, factors that add weight and credibility to the venture. Razmig Hovagimian, Firebird's co-founder and CEO, is a seasoned entrepreneur best known for co-founding several successful tech ventures, as well as Playtime Ventures. The Afayan Foundation for Armenia supports the initiative and is a founding investor in Firebird. Its principal, Nubar Afayan, CEO of Flagship Pioneering and one of the most prominent figures in global biotech and innovation, joins as a strategic advisor and founding partner. Together, they bring more than capital. They contribute global reach, technological insight, and a long-term entrepreneurial vision aimed at positioning Armenia as a competitive player in the AI economy. NVIDIA, the next major player behind the project, is both the originator of the term AI factory and the driving force making the project technically possible. The company provides the critical hardware and infrastructure that power today's most advanced AI models, tools we already interact with daily through applications like ChatGPT, Gemini, and others. At the core of this infrastructure is the GPU, or Graphics Processing Unit, a specialized processor designed to perform massive numbers of parallel computations, enabling the complex calculations needed to train and deploy AI systems. A large collection of GPUs forms what NVIDIA now calls an AI factory, a next-generation data center purpose-built for AI. To cement its leadership in the AI infrastructure space, NVIDIA is investing in these factories worldwide, including recent partnerships across Europe, Taiwan, and the Middle East. Each site varies in scale and purpose, but shares the same foundation: GPU-powered AI computing infrastructure. Armenia is set to host one of these AI factories, with NVIDIA as its key partner. What makes this particular project stand out comes down to three things: location, power, and performance. First, consider the location. This will be the first large-scale AI data center not just in Armenia, but in the entire South Caucasus and much of the post-Soviet region. A truly groundbreaking development. AI factories remain a fresh concept even for advanced economies. The European Commission, for instance, only introduced the idea in early 2024 as part of its flagship AI innovation package, aiming to build at least 15 such facilities by 2026 to power the continent's AI ambitions. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia and the UAE are racing ahead with their own national AI factories in a bid to become global AI superpowers. Armenia, surprisingly to some, now finds itself in that first wave of adopters, benefiting from the rare advantage of moving early. The second factor is power capacity, and it is more important than it might sound. In AI, electricity equals capability. The more power you have, the more GPUs you can run, and the more complex and large-scale the models can be. Armenia's factory is projected to reach up to 100 megawatts of power capacity, with 15 megawatts available in its first phase. To compare, typical large-scale AI data centers around the world consume between 20 and 100 megawatts, according to industry sources like NConnex. Some of the newest megafactories go well beyond that. Saudi Arabia's upcoming facility is aiming for 500 megawatts, and the US-based Stargate project in Texas is reportedly targeting 1.2 gigawatts. While Armenia's won't be the biggest, 100 megawatts is serious firepower. This is not a pilot site or an R&D sandbox. It is infrastructure built for high-stakes, industrial-scale AI. The third factor that sets Armenia's AI factory apart is performance, specifically, the kind of chips it will run on. The project is expected to be powered by NVIDIA's newest Blackwell GPUs, which were only unveiled in 2024 and are currently the most advanced processors designed for AI workloads. These chips mark a generational leap in compute power, enabling faster training of large language models, lower energy consumption, and greater efficiency in inference at scale. As NVIDIA puts it, Blackwell is the engine behind the new industrial revolution, and Armenia's data center will be among the early adopters globally. To develop secure and scalable sovereign AI infrastructure, NVIDIA is not only working with governments and industry leaders, it is also partnering with telecommunication providers, which it sees as essential players in the AI ecosystem. The company views telecoms as trusted providers of critical infrastructure and valuable gateways for delivering AI services at scale. In the case of Armenia's AI factory, Team Group of companies, the parent company of Telecom Armenia and Ireland's Imagine Broadband, has joined the project as a key partner. The company not only provides part of the funding, but also serves as the local operational backbone, the boots on the ground, responsible for physically building and running the AI factory. With its growing fiber optic infrastructure, regional presence and experience in modernizing Armenia's digital backbone, Team Group is well positioned to support the scale and complexity of such a high-performance AI facility. The final piece that makes this ambitious project possible is the Armenian government's backing. No AI factory of this scale can operate without a stable and powerful energy supply, and here, the government's role is critical. During the cabinet meeting shortly after the announcement, the Minister of High-Tech Industry reaffirmed the state's commitment to securing the necessary energy resources and helping channel the data center's capabilities into the broader economy. Those leading the project have publicly praised the government's quick and constructive response, noting its openness and eagerness to support what could become one of Armenia's most transformative tech ventures. These core elements make it clear that this isn't just an ambitious plan. Something big is actually being built, and with the commitments already in place, it is set to become a reality within the expected timeframes. Armenia is on track to host the kind of AI infrastructure that's in growing demand around the world. But what could that actually mean for the country? The true impact won't be measured in megawatts or GPUs alone, but in how it shapes the economy, transforms industries, and redefines Armenia's place in the global tech landscape. What Armenia stands to gain. If generative AI is the engine of a new industrial revolution, much like electricity was for the second, and the internet for the third, then GPU-powered data centers are its power plants. Having one built early in Armenia is a rare window of opportunity. But what exactly are the opportunities at stake? And more importantly, can they truly be transformative for the country, or will they remain just potential on paper? Here are 5 ways the project could shape Armenia's future. First, reputational shift, putting Armenia on the AI map. The first and most immediate impact is reputational, and it begins the moment the AI factory goes live. Simply launching a world-class AI data center places Armenia on the global AI map, a space that's quickly becoming the backbone of the next industrial revolution. It signals that Armenia isn't just participating in the digital future, it's investing in it. What makes this even more significant is who the country is building it with. NVIDIA, a US tech giant and the undisputed leader in AI hardware. In today's world of tight tech alliances and guarded supply chains, this kind of collaboration carries geopolitical weight. It highlights Armenia's readiness to handle world-class AI infrastructure and collaboration. 2. A catalyst for the local AI ecosystem, if we make it one. Unlike the reputational impact, which is almost guaranteed by the project's launch, the next level of benefits will depend on how actively Armenia's tech ecosystem engages with the opportunity. One of the most discussed expectations following the announcement was that the AI factory would significantly boost Armenia's AI sector. But here's the catch. The factory's computing power is offered via cloud services, meaning it can easily serve clients anywhere in the world. Without deliberate local action, Armenia's AI community simply becomes spectators. Fortunately, there are promising signals. Project initiators have publicly expressed their intent to invest in the local ecosystem and to help incubate the next generation of innovators in Armenia. At the same time, the Minister of High-Tech Industry, Mkhitar Hayropetyan, announced that part of the factory's capacity will be made accessible to Armenian AI startups, researchers, and professionals. While the specifics remain to be clarified, this likely means either preferential pricing or state-subsidized access, both important steps on the supply side. However, supply alone is not enough. For this infrastructure to become a true growth engine, there must also be local demand. That means a critical mass of AI researchers, startups, and institutions must be ready and able to use it. Building that demand will require investment in skills, research, entrepreneurship, and creating pathways that connect local innovators to this new resource. The infrastructure is powerful, but its impact will depend on how well it aligns with and supports the country's broader innovation agenda. 3. Energy, the AI factory's hidden catalyst. As AI becomes more powerful, so does its appetite for energy, and this has quickly become one of the most pressing questions surrounding the future of the technology. The reason is clear. AI chips like NVIDIA's Blackwell are designed to perform billions of computations per second, which naturally demands enormous amounts of power. While companies like NVIDIA are making strides in improving energy efficiency, the global demand for AI compute is growing so fast that, in absolute terms, energy consumption is only rising. Armenia's AI factory, with a projected capacity of up to 100 megawatts, will eventually consume as much electricity as roughly from 50,000 to 100,000 households. Government officials have stated that current infrastructure can handle this load, but that doesn't mean the challenge is minor. If that power comes from polluting thermal plants or inefficient transmission systems with high grid losses, Armenia may risk offsetting an innovation win with an environmental setback. Here's the bigger picture. This is not Armenia's problem alone. Every country building high-performance AI infrastructure is grappling with the same tension. This creates an opportunity. Nations that successfully align AI development with clean energy strategies, what some call the twin transition, will likely emerge as global AI leaders. Armenia now has a chance to pursue this path. The AI factory can create positive spillover effects, especially in the energy sector. When combined with smart policies, it could accelerate investments in solar power, small modular nuclear reactors, grid optimization, and energy storage solutions. These are not just technical upgrades. They represent opportunities for entirely new industries, jobs, and investors. Even major tech companies are now looking to back energy innovations that can support their AI ambitions. By aligning Armenia's AI development with a sustainable energy agenda, what appears to be a power challenge could transform into a powerful strategic advantage. Fourth, laying the foundations for AI sovereignty. One of the key reasons countries are racing to build their own AI infrastructure is the growing push for AI sovereignty. The idea that nations should maintain domestic control over their data, computing power, and skilled talent to ensure full oversight of their AI capabilities. This shift is driven by a mix of concerns, from data privacy and national security to long-term economic independence. Around the world, different models are emerging. Some governments are building sovereign AI clouds through state-owned telecoms and utility providers. Others are partnering with local cloud firms to offer shared AI platforms for both public and private use. In Armenia's case, while the AI factory is privately owned by a US-based company, it will operate locally in collaboration with the government, a hybrid approach that still opens the door to greater control over future AI applications. This will be especially important as AI becomes more deeply integrated into sensitive and regulated sectors like healthcare, finance, and national security, where trust, transparency, and control are non-negotiable. 5. Building talent that builds the future. Perhaps the most transformative and lasting impact of the AI factory will be its role in developing local talent. And this impact runs deeper than just hiring engineers. It's about shaping a new generation of specialists who can build, run, and scale world-class AI infrastructure. On one level, this means growing Armenia's capacity to design and operate AI data centers, an industry that's expected to expand rapidly worldwide. Developing such know-how early could position Armenia as a valuable exporter of technical expertise. The ripple effects extend even further. The arrival of high-performance infrastructure can spark talent growth across related fields: AI engineering, data science, cybersecurity, robotics, and more. Encouragingly, early signs already point in this direction. Alexander Yesayan, co-founder of Team Telecom Armenia and one of the project's initiators, has already begun discussions with local universities to explore collaboration. Firebird CEO Razmig Hovagimian has also spoken about investing in cutting-edge research and robotics in partnership with top global institutions, with a focus on nurturing the next generation of innovators in Armenia. As Hrant Khachatryan, director of the Yerevan AI Research Lab, wrote in a LinkedIn post, "Now, my job at Yerevan YSU is to create the talent that can properly utilize this compute." He's right. This is essential. Talent is the multiplier that will determine how much value Armenia extracts from its AI infrastructure, whether through developing novel models or building smart applications on existing ones. Investing in skills today ensures that by 2026, when the factory is operational, we'll be ready not just to use it, but to lead with it. Final thoughts. More than just megawatts and headlines. AI factories are shaping up to be the power plants of the digital age, drawing on local energy, converting it into intelligence, and exporting that value to the world. But while the infrastructure is impressive, it's worth remembering that economic and social benefits don't flow automatically. Unlike traditional energy-intensive industries, an AI factory won't create thousands of direct jobs or instant returns for the local economy. Its value lies in how we choose to use it. To unlock its full potential, Armenia must go beyond celebrating the headlines. This is our homework phase: growing the right talent, building demand, aligning energy policy, and embedding the AI factory into the country's broader innovation strategy. Done right, this project could become a stargate, a portal to a new chapter of economic resilience and technological leadership. But it won't happen by default. It will happen only if we're ready.